and I actually think it makes the things that we can take from research, these directional principles that we've been talking about, more helpful. Because if I am an individual that just completely diverges away from what we understand about the directional principles of physiology on average, research isn't helpful at all. If
Sure.
at any point in time that I can be completely different from the crowd, things get more challenging to utilize those things and ultimately help it inform my training. So I think it simplifies things, and it ultimately helps us hone in on these basic principles that likely are going to operate for most people on average. And the thing that's going to change the actual numbers that you're training with, the volumes, the proximity to failures, the rep ranges, are the kind of these environmental constraints that we were kind of talking about, in addition to preference and some other things like biomechanics and stuff that we mentioned. So to me, at first glance, it's like, okay, we all seemingly have similar training effects. Once we start training, the kind of the gains that we have seem to be relatively similar. That seems like a defeatist kind of thing, but to me, it's ultimately just simplifies things a lot to say, we don't have to look for magic bullets. Probably it's probably the same general principles that apply to pretty much everyone. If I focus on those, I'm going to get the benefits that we think training has. And then the last thing I'll say is, like, I'm in no way saying that there's no variability that exists. Very clearly, every time we try to quantify this, it's non-zero.